Hey there guys, welcome back to another awesome video, and today's movie review is going to be of Smile. So Smile follows a doctor as she's being followed by this demon of sorts. A demon that keeps possessing people that she encounters or she may know close to or personally, and keeps killing off that person, tormenting her and torturing her and making her go mentally insane. So this movie is directed by Parker Finn. And I only know that he's done this franchise, and yes, there is two. And I've got to admit something here. I saw when they announced this sequel, I kind of like shook my head of why? Why do we need a sequel to this? Then I started hearing people say how much they loved the first movie and how they're excited for the sequel. And I thought to myself, really? This, along with, I guess ironically enough, but also not ironically enough, almost purposely, in honor of the sequel coming out in theaters, I figured to revisit the first movie because I'd never seen the first film. And I see some reason, or at least a reason why people love it, but I'm sorry, I can't follow this. I can't get into this movie. The only thing that I will say is the only saving grace is on paper and the execution of the idea of this psychological horror of this demon and this person kind of slowly going insane and mentally crazy. It is a good premise. It is an interesting premise. That's the only real grace to this film, in my opinion, because other than that, the main character for me, I couldn't get into. I just had such a hard time really investing my time into this character of Rose. And I get the point of that she's going crazy and she's going insane. I want to feel for her and things of like trauma, going into that sort of direction of horror. But I just felt, just like this character, I felt disconnected with this character because I feel like the character of Rose, she feels so disconnected. And I know she's supposed to, but she really, if you think about it, if you break it down, she's disconnected with her fiance. There's not real, like, they don't have a clear communication, clear relationship going on. She even goes to see her ex and starts having like a thing for him, so that's another thing that kind of is a turn off for me. The way she comes off from times feels very, not toxic, but has these occurrences of she gets so frustrated, she lashes out, and then she's back to this state of like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I know it's the point and the rail and the road to insanity, but I just, for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into this movie. I couldn't get into this character. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I could say. Everyone else I really kind of enjoyed were the side characters. They were making the most sense to me. And I know they're supposed to be the voice of reason in this film, but I just can't help but hammer in and repeat myself that I just couldn't get with this main character. This movie is like an hour and a half, hour 50, and I thought to myself this was gonna be a short movie, but by the time you get to the last act, it feels like such a drag. I wanted it to end sooner, and I know it was just an extra few minutes, but it just felt like by the time you get to that point, it feels like it's going on and it's overstaying its welcome. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, what other positives could I find of this movie? I mean, the score is pretty good. I will admit that. It kind of did give me like some old classic vibes of horror. For whatever reason, there are certain scores and music cues in this movie that made me think of and reminisce of Child's Play, because of how distinct that sounds, that eeriness. The gore, the creature, the demon, at least kind of towards the end looks good, because the first, I guess, form is just like a tall, lanky mother figure. Kind of feels underwhelming, but then all of a sudden she starts ripping her skin off and there's a multiple like jaws down her face. I thought that was kind of neat. Some of the other things like the blood and the peeling of skins and peeling of faces was pretty great. Other than that, I just don't see the point of the first movie. I'm having really a hard time really getting into this one. I don't know what it was. It's not like I was trying to purposely lock my brain into saying I'm gonna hate this film. I was trying to at least be somewhat curious and optimistic, like what's people's appeal, why people are gravitating towards this. And I feel like the premise is a good thing to gravitate towards, but I just feel like overall this does not work for me. Hopefully the sequel does better, but I'm going to give the first Smile, I'm going to give it a C-. I'm at least being generous saying a C minus. But Smile, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell. I do new videos every day, if not every week. Share the video, family and friends, all the good stuff for more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it. I'll look into it as best as possible. I'm gonna see if I can maybe get in like 1 or 2 more reviews for the rest of this annual Halloween month, October month. And if I get in more, that'd be great. If I don't, then there's always next year to look forward to. Or perhaps I might just sneak in a horror movie or 2 during the year, just for funsies. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.